Why does fielding percentage overvalue some baseball players? Imagine watching a game and thinking a player is a star just because they rarely make errors. But is that the full story? Not quite. Fielding percentage is a simple way to measure how often a player handles chances without mistakes. It's calculated by adding up all the times a player makes an out or helps get an out and dividing that by their total chances, including errors. So, if a player has a high fielding percentage, it looks like they are very reliable. But this stat doesn't tell us everything about their defensive skills. The problem is that fielding percentage only counts plays a player actually tries to make. It rewards players who are good at avoiding errors but doesn't consider how many plays they could make. For example, a player with limited range might only get to easy balls and make few errors. That makes their fielding percentage look great. But they might be missing many difficult plays that could turn into outs. On the other hand, a player with a lot of range might reach more tough balls, making more plays but also sometimes making errors. Their fielding percentage might be lower, even though they are more valuable defensively. This is why fielding percentage can overvalue players who are less agile or have smaller defensive zones. It treats players who rarely get to balls as just as good or better than those who reach many hard-to-get balls. It doesn't penalize players for balls they don't reach, so it can give a misleading picture of their true defensive ability. Modern baseball analysis now uses other stats like defensive runs, saved, and ultimate zone rating. These stats look at how many plays a player makes and how difficult those plays are. They give a clearer picture of who really helps prevent runs and makes a difference on defense. So, relying only on fielding percentage can make some players seem better than they really are. Coaches and scouts know this, so they use it as a starting point but look at other numbers and game film too. That way, they get a fuller view of a player's defensive skills. In the end, fielding percentage is a useful tool but not the whole story when it comes to judging a player's defensive value.